Well, first thing is first, we're not going to be talking about any Zelda Tears of the Kingdom leaked gameplay or footage or anything that is popping up online now that you've probably seen the news circulating that yes, the game has fully leaked, and not just in the sense of it being in someone's hands, in their possession, or even finding listings of it popping up on resale websites like Macari. No, we are now talking about this ROM being out there on the internet, fully available for download, and wouldn't you expect that yes, people are downloading it at a crazy rate, sharing it, even having Twitch live streams pop up with this thing streaming live gameplay, and there are all types of story spoilers and leaks popping up. So it is officially time to go into lockdown mode. We have talked about this day being on the rise for this game for quite some time on this channel because unfortunately the nature of Nintendo Switch games with their physical cartridges and how easy it is to hack a Nintendo Switch is just that these leaks always happen without fail as long as there is a retail copy available. But in today's video, I want to not only discuss some of the intricacies around the leaks and what to look out for, and maybe even some quick tips to set up for you to block certain keywords so you don't accidentally scroll across and spoil the game for yourself online, but I also want to discuss what we will likely see in terms of official promotion from Nintendo around this game as we get closer to its release date on May 12th. Talk about some of Nintendo's actions against these things that we've already seen start popping up online, and a warning to anybody who decides to share any footage out there of the game, and have one final discussion on how big of a moment this is to be a Nintendo Switch gamer and a Zelda gamer specifically as we get closer and closer to the May 12th launch of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. What's up, nation? Hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on your bell notification if you're new here. And as mentioned, we do have that final dreaded conversation where really my coverage of this game is going to have to alter as of this official announcement that the game has leaked and is out in the wild, because when I go looking for Tears of the Kingdom news, I am going to be very strategic with what websites I even visit to begin with, as I am someone who plans to pick this up with its official release and boot it up and start to experience the game firsthand how Nintendo intended on my Switch. But that is not how many people are experiencing this game for the first time, because now that the ROM file is officially online, it is super easy for anybody to download and emulate it and play through it on their PCs, and that's what we are seeing happen. And to first get on the same page with exactly what happened in terms of the timeline of events here, let's quickly hop over to VGC and read through their detailed typed up article together. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom has leaked nearly 2 weeks before release. Spoiler images and videos were widely shared on social media on Monday. On Monday, images and videos appearing to show the opening section of the game began being widely shared across social media sites and private Discord channels. One player even streamed the game on Twitch for around 30 minutes before the channel was removed at the request of the copyright holder. Of particular concern to Nintendo will be that some of the shared media, which VGC will not link to here, claims to show the highly anticipated Nintendo Switch sequel running via a PC emulator. There is then an update to the story that reads, VGC has since verified that Tears of the Kingdom is indeed being shared illegally via online ROM sites and is being played by users via an emulator. So the first thing that started gaining traction online was a particular Macari posting where a user had listed the game for $100 originally, sold it right away, of course, at that price, and it did appear to be a legit copy of the game upon close inspection of the photos, and wouldn't you know it, they turned around and realized how many people would more than happily pay $100 and actually revised the listing to then be for $300, which people are still paying. However, one interesting topic that has popped up since that change is a claim that Macari themselves actually canceled an order, likely due to a third-party intervention. that you would expect to be Nintendo, as there was a story originally, I believe, sourced from Nintendo Talk, where a user actually paid for the game. It supposedly shipped out to him, but Macari had to update him that his order had been canceled, and it's being claimed that this was due to a third party, not Macari themselves, leading you to believe that Nintendo's ninjas are on the scene with this thing already. And that's where we will kind of pivot the conversation as far as being careful online. If you are somebody who is playing this on an emulator, don't share anything online about it. Nintendo doesn't mess around with this kind of stuff. They're going to make an example out of as many people as they can. Yes, whenever the masses actually have the game, they won't be able to get everybody, but the rule of thumb is don't be somebody who actually sources these images, sources these leaks online. And in terms of what you might want to do to stay spoiler free as we attempt to get through these next 10 plus days before you actually have the game officially in your hand, if you're someone on Twitter, you can block specific words, and I do think it's about time I will do this myself. You're gonna want to block anything with Zelda, anything with Tears of the Kingdom, anything TOTK, any of the keywords that could be in association with Tears of the Kingdom. It's time to block those. It's time to do that on other social media outlets as well. If you want to be extra cautious, you might not even want to get on your traditional social media sites over the next 10 plus days, because it does look like we are only going to get more and more information with the game leaking out this early ahead of its official release. There is plenty of time for people to play through this game to its entirety online, and we could be talking about getting the ending cutscene spoiled. We would know how this game fully ends before actually getting a chance to play it ourselves. Some people don't care about stuff like that. I certainly do, so I will be doing everything in my power to dodge any of the talk online that is spoiler conversation. But that is the reality of the situation we are in here with Tears of the Kingdom. So you've been warned at this point. I'm sure you've seen it on numerous other channels, but I did indeed tell you guys that we would make a video of it here. And then in terms of how the coverage looks from here on this channel around Tears of the Kingdom, we're only talking about official promotion from Nintendo at this point, because anything that is tied to any of these leaks online just gets too dicey, and even for my own information, I don't want to look at it. So we will be covering anything from the Nintendo of America YouTube channel, as well as Nintendo of Japan YouTube channel, and any major media outlets that have reporting on the game I still think is fair play, as well as review scores when they go live, likely a day or two before the game launches. We will still be talking Tears of the Kingdom, but just know that we won't be covering any of the leaks that are tied to the full game ROM being played online, and that's really what you want to watch out for if you are trying to avoid major plot and story spoilers with this game before its release. Now, in terms of how big of a deal this game is for Nintendo, it is potentially the most anticipated Nintendo Switch game of all time, period. I think the sales numbers are going to rocket through the charts. We have Japanese hardware sales data that suggests that Nintendo Switch is outselling the PS5 by a pretty decent margin right now, which really says something when you stop and think that it's a 2017 console compared to something that was released in 2020 that hasn't been readily available over there. That is the kind of hype that Tears of the Kingdom is driving when it comes to people wanting out to go and buy a Switch if they don't already own it to play this game. I think that the $70 DLC conversation is dead and gone personally, and I don't know how anybody at this point in time, with everything we've seen, can have that stance on it. And I do believe that this will be a smash hit success for Nintendo, and hopefully the rumored performance issues don't take anybody out of the experience. I am not personally expecting it to be any kind of major hiccups, just likely frame dips here and there, and maybe we get a cross-gen patch at some point if we do indeed see new Nintendo hardware revealed anytime within the next year or so. And who knows, Nintendo may re-release the game entirely as a complete edition if they do come out with DLC for it and sell it all together in one bundled package on the Nintendo Switch 2 or whatever the successor is. But the point is that it is an exciting time to own a Nintendo Switch, to be a Nintendo gamer, and specifically to be a Zelda fan. And I personally cannot wait for May 12th to get here so we can enjoy Zelda together the right way. But I really want to hear from you guys at this point in the video, all your personal thoughts and opinions of Tears of the Kingdom being out there in the wild right now in physical form, as well as just being able to be downloaded online from various different websites. Are you going to be like me and actually go into dodge mode whenever it comes to trying to dodge leaks and spoilers? Are you somebody who's going to look at all of them and try to learn as much as you can about the game before its release? And bonus question, let me know what your weekend looks like on May 12th. Are you planning on no-lifing Tears of the Kingdom? I legitimately put in PTO so I could not have to work my other regular job just so I can no-life this game. That's where I'm at on it, but I want to hear from you guys personally on what your plans are around the Tears of the Kingdom launch window and when you might get a chance to invest time into the game. So regardless of your thoughts and feelings on everything we talked about today, I do look forward to hearing from you all in the comments down below before you leave the video, as I do look forward to getting a back and forth conversation started with you all around this topic. Go watch yesterday's video next if you haven't already, which is on screen right now. Also make sure you like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next video.